Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Mount Tammany Ridge channel. So it is Thursday evening. I'm out here in the garage. I have a little bit of a different video that I'm going to be doing today. Today is going to be Mount Tammany Ridge's first unboxing video. I had a company contact me. I believe the name is pronounced Exmunent. I think maybe they've seen some of my stuff on my channel with me making shorts and things about transferring fuel from this to that. And I guess maybe they thought they might be some assistance to me with a tool that they have here that might be able to really help us out. So yesterday I tried doing this unboxing video originally, and I had gotten opening the package and everything else like that, and I heard my phone make a weird noise. So I ended up having to sort of repackage and start over again. So the packaging, if anybody from Exmunent is watching, I'm sure you will be, I did have to repackage this to start over. But anywho, so let's get to opening this thing up. I'll show you guys what this thing is, what it looks like, and we'll get it assembled. And we're gonna transfer some diesel fuel into the heating oil tank just because it's kicking around the garage, and it'll be nice to have it out of underneath my feet with the project I have going on. So I will say, their packaging was second to none, to be honest. Everything was very, very well packed. So if any of you guys are wondering what kind of condition your stuff's going to show up in, I really wouldn't worry about it being anything that had to do with Exmunent, because they do seriously a fantastic job packaging. So we've got a few things going on here. I guess I'll just pull this on out. So we've got a 2.4 amp hour battery. Okay. It's also it's a lithium ion. We've got, looks like an additional battery and charger, so that's nice. And obviously that's going to be another 2.4 amp hour. We've got a hose, and it's nice. It's got reinforcing wire on the inside, so if the vacuum or whatever, I don't know which end this is, if this is intake or outgoing, but we'll find out in a second here. Okay, so this is the part that I didn't get to. Okay, nice. So it looks like it was pieced off of screw gun. Interesting. Okay. And it feels like it's pretty well made too. I mean, it's not, doesn't feel like it's underbuilt, that's for sure. Looks like there's instructions in there, but who needs those? Okay, so there's that. This is, looks like 2 hose clamps and some thread tape, which I'm not sure we're gonna need thread tape. All right, cool. So I guess this is the vacuum side from what it looks like. It's got a screen on the bottom, and the impeller, I imagine, is either somewhere in here, maybe down at the bottom. All right, well, let's get this thing assembled, and let's go try it out. Kind of excited to see how this works. So, got ourselves a screwdriver. guess. Well, let's put the hose on first. Let's get that put on first. Guess doesn't matter which end. So that's good. Gotta make sure you put the clamps on before you put the hose on, otherwise it might not go well. All right. Okay. It went on pretty easily. So they got 2 hose clamps. I'm assuming they both go here. I guess if I really felt like I needed to know for certain, I could check out, come on, I could check out the actual instruction pamphlet that I think I saw on the bottom down there. But there's really nowhere else for these clamps to go. There's no other location that I can see that's obvious. So I'm assuming here is where they'd be. Okay, those are on nice and tight. Looks like this barbed fitting actually comes off with this threaded fitment here, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure why. There might be like options, I don't know, but I'm sure if you dug a little deeper on the Exmunent website, you might find that answer. I don't know for sure, don't quote me on that, but all right. So if you look inside here, if any of you are familiar with log splitters and things like that, this is very similar design to what they call a Lovejoy coupler. So there's another one of these on the other side, and you just spin it 90 degrees and they lock into each other. So that's pretty neat. Okay. And yeah. There we go. Nice and easy. Cool. Well, let's see if any of these batteries have juice in it. Cool. All right. That's pretty neat. So honestly, when I saw this on the website, I thought it was going to adapt this to a pre-existing drill that you might already have in your garage, but it actually came with the power source, which is cool. That's definitely good. The other thing I noticed is that, you know, it doesn't have a base charger, but it's got, you know, a regular wall charger, which is super convenient because, well, it just takes up a lot less space. You have a big charger that'll only charge one battery at a time usually. And here, you know, you only have to have room for really technically one battery and a charger, because usually you'll have at least one of them on the tool. So that's cool. All right, well, let's go on over to the oil tank fill, and we'll get this fuel transferred from this can to the oil tank. Okay. Now, looking at the tip of this thing, I can already see that there might be a little bit of a discrepancy with fitting this down in there with this this screen here. It's like a standoff. It's got little feet on it, and there's a ridge. There's a little lip on here that I'm not sure is going to allow this to go in. So let's see what that does. Okay. I'll probably give you a little bit of a zoom in here so you can see what's going on. Yep, yeah, it just barely doesn't fit. Like, It's really not by very much. My see if you can see that. I'll give you a zoom in on that, but it's kind of what my fear was when I was looking at it on the website. I wasn't really sure, but there is a little ridge on here. I'll spin this thing off. Okay. So if you can see that ridge on there, right in this area, if you were to grind that off or sand it off, whatever you want to call it, if you were to remove that ridge, I'm pretty confident that would slip right on in, because that's where it stops. This whole thing here slips right in. That little ridge is stopping that from happening. But the cool thing is we can still do this review, because without this on, that straw will stick right down in there, no problem. So it is not lost. The end is not lost. Also, there is a high and low on here. Let me see if I can get that in the camera. So here you can see there's a power button. So you get it illuminated and you can push that button. You see that little green light up here go on and off? So one is on, one is off. I can't really tell right now. So yeah, that looks like that's the high speed, and then there's another light down here for low speed. So that's pretty cool. So we're gonna start on low speed, see how that works. Okay. Down in there a little bit. Make sure it doesn't jump out of there on me. Okay, see what happens. She's definitely moving the fuel. Let's try high. Yeah. That's pretty awesome. That's a heck of a lot better than pumping it by hand or holding the can up. Looks like that's all of it. Ain't no more. Okay. Oop. So, I'm gonna drain the rest of the hose. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So, if you guys are wondering, sometimes, you know, if we're just trying to keep the tank topped off, we use a lot of firewood for heat, but, you know, we'll put in, 5 gallons a week, maybe 10 gallons a week, depending on, how much hot water we're using. And it's nice. It's nice to be able to come out here and have something like this to get the fuel where we want it to be. So, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I think it's a pretty neat tool, or I could just say transfer pump, because that's really all it does. It just transfers diesel fuel and water. Okay, I imagine kerosene would be fine, but I don't want to put Exmoon in that situation by telling you kerosene's okay. They told me very specifically diesel fuel and water. That is it. That's all you want to run in this unit. Okay. So so far my review on this transfer pump is it's very convenient. It's pretty lightweight. It's not too cumbersome. It's got a nice long hose. That way, if you're transferring from a low spot to a high spot or vice versa, you have a nice long hose to be able to do that. And I mean, that's a 3/4 inch diameter hose, and that thing moves a lot of fuel. Speaking of how much fuel it moves, it says on the pamphlet that in high it'll move, I think it's 13.2 gallons per minute, and in low I believe it was 8 gallons per minute. So that's pretty good. I think my GPI pump or whatever that is down there in my big fuel caddy, I think that one's I think it might be 8 gallons a minute. It might be 13. Can't really remember, but it moves plenty of fuel. So this thing will keep up with that. That's pretty awesome. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the review for this video, X-Moon it, and I hope it works out good for you too. Yeah, thank you very much, and have yourselves a good evening. If you like the content you see here on the Mount Tammany Ridge channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, comment down below what you think, and there will be a link in the description for this transfer pump, and there's going to also be a discount code put in there as well. All right, so yeah, we'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.